Inspector Gadget is a family-friendly action comedy film released in 1999, inspired by its popular animated series. The movie follows the adventures of John Brown, a security guard who becomes the bumbling, cybernetically enhanced crime-fighting hero, Inspector Gadget, as he takes on the sinister Dr. Claw in a whirlwind of gadgets, gizmos, and hilarious mishaps. The film commences with a scene where John has a dream in which he is a police officer, heroically rescuing a bus full of passengers and earning the admiration of all, including a heartfelt kiss from Brenda. In Riverton, Ohio, John Brown works as a security guard at a science lab overseen by robotics specialist Brenda Bradford. He also is the legal guardian for his 10-year-old niece, Penny, and their loyal dog, Brain. John aspires to become a police officer, but faces rejection from Chief Quimby. In the laboratory, Brenda and her father, Artemis, were conducting an experiment in which they achieved the remarkable feat of moving the foot solely through the power of will. Meanwhile, the wealthy magnate Sanford Skolex launches an assault on the lab, stealing valuable equipment associated with the Gadget program and tragically taking the life of Brenda's father. During the incident, John, who harbors strong feelings for Brenda, embarks on a pursuit of Skolex, despite the cautionary words from his colleague Thelma. She attempts to dissuade him, reminding him that he is technically off duty, but John insists that he's always on duty. The ensuing car chase results in a collision, leading to a tense face-off with Skolex. During this confrontation, Skolex employs a cigar with an explosive device to obliterate John and his cherished Chevette, leaving him seemingly lifeless. However, in the fiery explosion, a bowling ball from the front seat of John's car propels into the air and crashes through the sunroof of Skolex's limousine, severely injuring his left hand. Believing John to be deceased, Brenda rushes him to the intensive care unit. John undergoes a revival and reconstruction process, utilizing electronic components, and is christened as Inspector Gadget. Upon regaining consciousness, John struggles to master the operation of his newly reconstructed body. Fortunately, Brenda remains by his side, providing ongoing guidance and assistance to help him gain control over his body's functions. He receives training from a meditating guru at the lab, aiming to relax his body and master the operation of his gadgets. Unfortunately, this training goes awry when he inadvertently grips the guru's testicles too firmly. Brenda provided John with his uniform and introduced him to his gadget mobile, equipped with its own artificial intelligence, AI. They teamed up and ventured out to apprehend the two escaped convicts. Despite some initial success in capturing two criminals, he is assigned numerous community service tasks, such as serving as a crossing guard, participating in litter patrol, and rescuing kittens. Meanwhile, Skolex's assistant, Kramer, constructs a new mechanical claw to replace his damaged hand, and Skolex adopts the moniker Claw. Claw endeavors to employ the stolen equipment to manipulate a robot, but faces repeated failures. Sykes dubs it a lemon. Frustrated, Claw subjects Sykes to a dangerous test at maximum voltage, resulting in Sykes' electrocution, but he survived. Recognizing the need for Brenda's expertise, Claw hires her as his robotics specialist at a gala event where John is inducted as an inspector. He also discovers John's involvement in the Gadget program and obtains a copy of Gadget's chip. This chip is implanted into an earlier robot, crafted by Kramer to resemble John, albeit with noticeable artificial teeth. Claw names this robot creation Robo Gadget. John engaged in a conversation with Officer Quimby, urging him to assign him to the Artemis Bradford murder case. However, Quimby rejected his plea. John conducts an investigation into Skolex's activities and warns Brenda about him. He then retrieves the robotic foot they stole, to be used as evidence against him. However, he is captured in the process. Claw informs Gadget about his sinister plans and seizes control of his chip, subsequently destroying it, rendering Gadget seemingly lifeless. He then dispatches Robo Gadget to wreak havoc in the city, granting the robot permission to have some fun. Brenda receives crucial information from Robo Brenda, a robotic duplicate of herself sent to replace her. This information reveals that Skolex was responsible for her father's death. With Penny by her side, Brenda rushes to rescue John. They locate him in the junkyard, where Sykes disposed of his body. He is seemingly lifeless, and after Brenda tenderly kisses his cheek, Gadget miraculously revives, demonstrating that despite his cybernetic enhancements, he retains a human heart. Following a thrilling pursuit through the city involving the Gadget mobile and Skolex's car, John engages in a showdown with Robo Gadget on the Roberto Clemente Bridge. Robo Gadget, despite having gadgets geared more toward warfare than detective work, quite literally loses his head after John removes a pin from the back of Robo Gadget's neck and nonchalantly tosses it into the river. Activating the Gadget Chopper, John soars to the rooftop of Skolex Industries, just as Skolex prepares to abscond with Brenda. While Skolex fires a missile and destroys the helicopter hat, Gadget is precariously lifted and dangles over a significant drop. He ingeniously fires the interior of a mechanical pencil into the helicopter's cockpit. This strategic move hits the close button on Claw's claw, causing it to crush the joystick and disrupt Skolex's escape plan. Brenda and John crash to the plaza below, where a waiting police force is prepared to apprehend him for all the crimes attributed to Robo Gadget. Claw and his feline companion attempt to flee, but find themselves trapped by the Gadget Mobile. Sykes, who had been misled but is now enlightened thanks to Penny, confesses, acknowledging that Robo Gadget had been impersonating the real Gadget. John is hailed as a hero in Riverton, earning the respect of Chief Quimby. The film concludes with Brenda affectionately kissing Gadget, symbolized by fireworks firing from his right foot as a sign of affection, and the Gadget Mobile chasing after a red Volkswagen. During the credits, various humorous scenes unfold, including Robo Brenda participating in an eccentric aerobics class, the headless Robo Gadget running amok in town, Sykes being applauded at a support group for henchmen, Penny conversing with Brain, who surprisingly responds using Don Adams' voice, and the Gadget Mobile's computer screen expressing gratitude to the audience for watching his film, even though they mistakenly referred to it as Inspector Gadget. The Gadget Mobile shares amusing updates on its own life, mentioning a harmonious relationship with a red VW it married at a drive-through chapel. Additionally, it anticipates the arrival of a subcompact vehicle it humorously considers naming the Love Bug, with a cheeky reference to the Walt Disney Company, speculating that the little one might eventually exclaim, "I'm going to Disneyland," when it grows older. And the movie ends here. Thank you for watching, and I highly recommend watching the entire movie as it is incredibly enjoyable. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channel, so you can stay updated and receive notifications whenever we upload new videos.